pots for $49.99 and trees at just $69.99. Butterfly and hummingbird plants start at just $3.99. And don't forget shade trees. Buy one at Bob Wine's super low price and get a second one just like it for 50% off. Come on down to Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. They're open daily 9 to 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place, growing with Ocala for more than 70 years.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros, trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Two Men in a Truck.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Friday, it is hour number 3 of the show. That means it must be time for... That's right. It's time for Dumb Crook News. Join us on the phone line as she does every Friday during this time. Susan Schmitz from Just Shipped. And Susan, good morning. And you're actually responsible for this Dumb Crook News this morning.
Yeah, I had some downtime yesterday, so I thought I just started looking, and I thought I found some funny ones.
Oh, there's some classic ones in here. You ready to get it?
And one isn't even a crook.
No,
we'll get into that with Florida.
It's
hilarious.
It is the best of the 6, by the way. And it's not even a crime, although his neighbors may want it to be, or the local authorities may want it to be.
Well, yes, there you go.
So let's start in Brazil. Brazil, 2 burglars are going through an apartment. Then they heard the cops coming, so they jumped out the window with a stash of jewelry. Well, the police picked them up because they saw 2 men acting suspiciously. So they picked the 2 men up, and sure enough, it was the burglars. While in custody, one of the men became very ill. He was taken to the hospital. Then he was rushed into surgery because an x-ray showed the problem. 2 rings, a pendant, and a necklace, all swallowed by the man to try to hide the evidence from cops. Here's my problem.
How do you swallow a necklace?
After the surgery, the owner of the items were brought in and they identified them so the police can file charges. This was just taken out of Jimmy's bowels. Could you look at it and tell us if it's yours, please?
And how do you swallow a pendant? I mean, how do you do these things?
2 rings, a pendant, and a necklace.
A necklace.
I promise you they didn't rob it from a guy's house that had a neck the size of mine.
I promise you that.
They ain't swallowing over 2 foot of chain.
Over 2 foot.
Yeah. If I wear a necklace, it's a 26-ounce necklace to hang like a normal necklace does on normal people.
Yes.
So
that's
I
the
wear
minimum,
over
by
2.
the way.
I wear over. That's the minimum. Over 2 foot of chain.
Honey, the possibility of me actually buying you a necklace in the future is moot.
There's a reason. People go, I never see you wear a necklace because I don't want to have to go to the lawn and garden section of Home Depot to get the chain. But if I did, this guy would probably try to swallow it if he stole it from me.
Swallow it, yeah.
The pendant too. I
don't know how you do that.
And it made him sick, so they found the evidence
of course
anyway.
It did.
And by the way, if they removed it using surgery, chances of passing it were 0.
0, yeah.
Now we go to Croatia.
Yes.
The first thing about this that got me is modern technology. First off, I don't think of Croatia and think of modern technology.
Right.
Modern technology foiled a criminal. He and a friend were found 103 grams of marijuana.
103 grams.
103
How much is
grams.
that in like?
Well, 28 grams makes an ounce. So that's like 4 or 5 ounces. It's a lot of pot.
Okay.
It's a lot of pot.
It's a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
While they're at the station being questioned about the pot, a third man sends him a text message. Says, "Hey, dude, while you're at the house, water my weed." The police went to his house. They found what they described as a small plantation of pot.
Oh, plantation. It's a local farmer.
You know how big something's got to be for the local police to describe it as a small plantation of pot.
While you're there, please water it.
The driver who had been pulled over, he was charged. He was convicted of possession and intent to sell drugs. His 2 friends, they were let go due to lack of evidence. So the one that sent the text didn't go to jail. Nope. He sends a text, "Go to my house and water my weed for me." He says in the text message, "My house, my weed."
My weed.
And yet they didn't have enough evidence to convict him. My house, my weed. Not enough evidence.
Croatia might have paid somebody.
Maybe Brittany Griner should have went to Croatia instead of Russia.
Maybe she should have.
You know, I told Galen about I said, the best quote I've heard about that's from my wife. "You were in Russia. You knew what the laws were. Do your time."
Look, I've been overseas and I've traveled overseas. And, I've even had my passport taken at the airport. I don't do anything. I don't throw trash on the ground. I don't spit on the ground. No, you don't do any of that. Guess what? You know why?
You ain't from
I'm
around
not
there.
in the United States.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't even know what all their laws are, but I'm going to be on my best behavior.
Never has a "you ain't from around here" meant more. Brittany Griner's learning that right now.
She is learning that right now.
Finally, Dumb Crook News Worldwide in New Zealand. We're all over the place. We're in Brazil, Croatia, New Zealand. William.
I like to let the listeners know that we're not the only crazy ones.
William Singalar is in trouble. He got charged with and found guilty of common assault in New Zealand. The 27-year-old threw a weapon at a small schoolboy that left a large red welt on the schoolboy's body. Also, he had some problems with his hip. He faces animal lovers' wrath, who condemned his act. What, Mike, you asked, did he do? Did he throw at the boy? A dead Sonic the Hedgehog.
A hedgehog.
Sonic is disgusted right now.
He threw a hedgehog at the boy.
My question is, when he threw the hedgehog at the young schoolboy, who, by the way, ended up with 4 quills from the hedgehog lodged into his hip, and a hedgehog's like a small version of a porcupine.
Porcupine, right.
My question is, when he threw the hedgehog at the boy, did he also go, Sega?
Probably not, my love. Probably not.
That's what happens when you put Sonic the Hedgehog in Sega and turn the game on. What, out of all the things you could find as a weapon, the hell are you throwing a hedgehog for?
Hedgehog. And you just have one random, just hanging around?
Probably riding around in the back seat, dead hedgehog, picked it up roadkill. He's going to take it home and eat it. No, I think it'd be better served to throw it to this little kid. And here's what gets me. He was charged with common assault. Because that happens all the damn time.
I guess it's common. It is.
It's common.
That's Australia.
Or, just in on Twitter, common goes, nobody assaulted me. That's for people under the age of 40 to get that joke. Sorry. But a 27-year-old at a 10-year-old schoolboy and his weapon of choice. First off, why are you even throwing something at a 10-year-old schoolboy? And second off, if you're
Must
going
have
to throw something,
must have-
why is it a hedgehog? And third, why not a hedgehog? It seems like it's common.
must have really, really irritated. That kid must have really did something.
You know, I always wanted to go to Australia. Now I kind of just want to go to New Zealand.
Yeah.
They're right next to each other. Why go to New Zealand instead of Australia? Find hedgehogs, throw them at people. It's not going to get you in that much trouble. It's common.
It's common.
A hedgehog. Out of all the when I read that story, I go, out of all the things, I would have never guessed hedgehog. No way. No way I'd have ever guessed hedgehog. We got to take a break. We'll be back. Florida man just around the corner. And wait till you hear what happens to a pothole. We'll talk about that next. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
If you suffer from joint pain, arthritis, or an injury, you know the traditional treatments, pain meds, steroids, and then surgery, right? Hey, it's Tom Schmitz with great news. Now there's a better way, and it's here now from the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. This is an advanced, exciting, and natural alternative that can give you lasting relief using your body's own healing power. Listen, steroid shots are toxic to your joints, pain meds are addictive, and nobody wants to go under the knife. It's 2022 and those old ways are out and the new ways are in. Regenerative medicine can restore and repair damaged joint tissue using the natural biologics, no drugs, no downtime, no surgery. QC Kinetics regenerative protocols can address any pain in any joint and give you the quality of life you deserve. They now have offices in Ocala and the Villages. Call 352-400-4550. That's 352-400-4550. The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business, because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Here's how to spend an enjoyable morning one day this week. Make a visit to Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery. In this 5-acre spot, you'll experience all nature has to offer and at the same time load up on some real bargains. You can start by picking out 18 annuals of your choice for just $29.99. Then by all means, don't miss the crepe myrtles. This year, Bob has more quality crepe myrtles than anyone, and they're 50% off regular prices, starting at $9.99. A huge selection of citrus bushes, starting at just $29.99. Bob has butterfly and hummingbird plants, breakthrough priced at just $3.99. Check this week's ad at bobwinescamelliagardens.net. Make your choices and come on down to Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. Daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, keeping Ocala green and growing for more than 70 years.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community, On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chats. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Friday. Susan Schmitz joins me as she does every Friday during this time. Hey, before we get back to Dumb Crook news, I have a dumb crook I need to let everybody know about. A longtime listener, never-time caller, texted me and said, with photos of the litter happening, who do you call if you witness someone dumping all of their trash from their car outside of their driver's door on 49th Avenue just before they get to 66th? And they have photos, tag number, and everything. I go to the county offices, ask for litter control, the sheriff's office. Last month alone, Marion County picked up over 169,000 pounds of litter. That's just last month. So, if you got their tag number up, blast them on Facebook. Do whatever it takes. That's just ridiculous, too. Just pulled up to a stop sign right there at the corner and decided everything from the inside needed to go outside their car. It's just ridiculous. My wife doesn't like situations like that because she doesn't like how I would react. Because I may be inclined to pick the trash up, follow them, and put it back in their car.
I think you have done that, my love.
I have done that, but I have done that before, and we'll do it again. It's amazing. Let's be honest. It's amazing I hadn't been shot. Okay.
Let's be honest. There's a reason why I keep books and magazines in the car, so I can keep my head down and just read.
Yeah, just head below the airbag system.
My job is just to make sure when you get out of the car that it's in park.
There you go. It's time for the Florida version of.
For your hearing pleasure, Dumb Crook News.
Although, admittedly, one of these is not a crook story unless you say that the municipality where this happened in may be the crook. First, though, only in Florida. You got people tailgating all the time, right? And then they tailgate, then they, flip you off and everything. Well, that's what happened. Tampa resident Jeffrey Travis was tailgating Tracy Sloan on Monday on Highway 41 near Gibsonton. Sloan started filming White from her phone in time to catch him passing her, flipping her the bird after he was tailgating her. He was flipping her the bird as he was go by. And as he's flipping her the bird and paying attention to her, he's not paying attention to the road. He's going too fast. His car gets out of control. He spins out. He's crashed into a light pole on the other side of the road. I mean, that's instant karma. He's tailgating her, then he comes around her, flips her off, yelling at her, looking at her instead of looking at the road, miscalculates where he's at, ends up overcorrecting, spins out, takes a light pole out. He's facing charges of leaving the scene of a traffic crash because he drove off, careless driving, didn't have his seatbelt on, so they got him for that. And I looked more into this story. I went and looked a little longer in this story. He's also, if convicted, has to face the replacement of the light pole at a tune of over $7,000.
Wow. See, road rage, it'll get you. It'll catch up with you.
Yeah, 22-year-old Jeffrey White is now being held for leaving the scene of a traffic crash, careless driving, and, of course, failure to wear his seat belt. How about just being felony stupid? Can we charge him with something there? Can we charge him for being felony stupid?
What are you in here for?
There is a silver lining, though. The young lady who took the video, Tracy Sloan, she's had over 3 million views on YouTube at the time of this posting. And I looked into that story. She's made a little over $14,000 in YouTube money because of her video. So she's made twice as much money for her. She's made twice as much money for her video as he's going to have to pay for the light pole. Also, a Florida man was put in jail in Madison County. Sheriff David Harper said witness told deputies that Edward Rodriguez entered a Waffle House. He had a small dog with him. Yelled at everybody, "Get on the ground, you're all getting robbed." He then told everybody he was high and drunk before grabbing some napkins and leaving the store. So he never did anything. The would-be robber was found at his home, where he admitted to everything they said happened in the restaurant. He said, "But all I took was the napkins." Well, see, the reason it's funny, he walked in with a small dog, pointed his hands into finger guns, and yelled at everybody, "Get on the ground, you're all getting robbed."
Yes, with his finger gun.
With his finger gun. And then he stole napkins.
Pew, 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 pew.
Then he stole napkins. Let me tell you what would have happened if he'd have run into the Four Horsemen in 1986 at a Waffle House on Buford, at Waffle House 285 on Buford Highway, at 285 Buford Highway. First off, he'd come in and said, "Everybody get on the ground." Gary would have looked at him and said, "Who gets on the ground?" Just to distract him, while Dino would have been laughing. Dino would immediately laugh. Rossi would have looked at him and goes, "Well, you could always run." And then I would have probably threw him out of the window at Waffle House. Or did something along the lines of picking him up and put him down on the pavement.
You would have put him in the trash bin.
And you know what I'd have been most upset about? That he put his small dog in danger.
Oh, yes.
He's robbing the damn place with his finger. And then takes napkins.
Napkins.
"Hey, sorry, folks. Just kidding. I'm drunk and high. I just need napkins." He's now facing armed robbery charges for the robbery of the restaurant. And I wonder how they're charging him with armed robbery, because his fingers are connected to his arm. How's that working? How's that working? I don't know. Get on the ground. You're all being robbed. What? Okay. All right. And finally, Florida man. But this isn't a criminal story. Florida man.
No?
He had a pothole on the street near his business. And Brian Raymond, he's Fort Myers, said he'd seen the pothole swallow cars near his fitness business. County told him the responsibility to keep the road in good condition falls on the business owner.
Yeah.
He says, "What? I have to maintain it?" They said, "Yeah, it's up to you to maintain it. Make sure nobody gets hurt." We're gonna. He said, "Okay. If it's up to me, I'll fill the pothole." They told him, you have to. The maintaining of this road is up to the business owners, not up to the county. He'd been seeing people's bumpers get ripped off, tires being flat, damage done to people's cars. Well, when he went to Fort Myers to the county, and when he went to Lee County and told them the problem, Lee County goes, "Not our problem. It's your problem." Yep. So he fixed the problem.
Very creatively and organically.
He said, "I want to maintain the road, make sure nobody gets hurt on the road. We're going to put something obvious at the pothole to make sure nobody goes into the hole."
Was it a cone? Was it a traffic cone?
No, he planted a banana tree.
The hole was so big
that it would take a banana tree could be put in it. He dug out the dirt in the hole and planted a banana tree. And when you see there's a picture of this. When you go see the picture of it, it's right in the middle of the road. This pothole was right in the middle of the road. Now this banana tree is in the middle of the road. By the way, nobody's running into the pothole anymore. He did what the county told him. He fixed the problem, so it's his responsibility. Yep. Nobody can get hurt.
Tree, and they go around it.
The dumb crook here is the Lee County administrator who told him it's your problem, not mine. A banana tree in the pothole. That brings a close to...
For your hearing pleasure, come, Crook News.
Coming up next, we'll have things to do around the area for the weekend. Susan, you want to hang on for a bit?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we'll be right back after this timeout on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. You're listening to Ocala Talks on WOCA, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics is reporting Friday that 372,000 jobs were added in June to American non-farm businesses. The unemployment rate was 3.6%. Sad news out of Japan. Former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, one of the nation's most powerful political figures, was shot and killed during a campaign speech Friday in the western Japanese city of Nara. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. Two Federal Reserve officials backed another 0.75 percentage point interest rate increase at the central bank's meeting later this month and said it would be too soon to conclude if the Fed's rate increases this year would be sufficient to bring inflation down. Fed Governor Christopher Waller said during a webinar Thursday, "We need to move to a much more restrictive setting in terms of interest rates, and we need to do this as quickly as possible." End quote. USA Radio News.
First, we decide where we want to go. Then we need to know the best way here. Hi, my name's Adam Barada. I'm the owner of Advantage Gold. We're the highest rated precious metals firm in the country. We teach people how to own physical gold and silver. Now, we've won the Best of TrustLink Award 4 years in a row because we educate our clients on how to buy gold and silver the right way. We don't pay celebrity spokespeople millions of dollars. We'd rather pass that value on to you. Call 800-900-8000 and speak with one of our experts. We'll send you a free gold kit along with my latest #1 national best-selling book, The Great Devaluation. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Get the best information, the best process, the best service, the best value. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Started in 1975. It's Yendel's Building Materials. Whether you're making repairs, adding a room, or building a house, Yendel's constantly delivers excellent service and top quality materials and many of the tools and hardware you need to get the job done. At Yendel's, they take pride in supplying their customers with new and innovative products. Yendel's experience in truss design, manufacturing, and component materials is second to none. 834 North Magnolia Avenue in Ocala, 732-3000. Stop by to experience the difference.
Real people are getting real and lasting pain relief at QC Kinetics.
Who would have thought that I would be in better shape now than after I got out of the Marines at 22?
It's great to be active again.
I've played 36 holes multiple days in a row without pain. Everything is great.
Are you tired of living with chronic joint pain? QC Kinetics uses cutting-edge regenerative medicine to restore and repair damaged tissue, natural healing agents from your own body, so your body can heal itself the way it was designed, with no pain pills, no steroids, no drugs, and no downtime.
It was super successful, and I recommend everyone seek out QC Kinetics as an alternative to surgery.
Thanks to QC Kinetics, quality of life is just a lot better.
Definitely changed my life.
Call now to see if regenerative medicine could be the answer you've been looking for. The local medical professionals at QC Kinetics have proven protocols that can give you lasting relief now, and the consultation is free.
Call QC Kinetics, 352-400-4550. That's 352-400-4550. 352-400-4550.
Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have to deal with this mess again.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage checks.
Not to mention never losing your luggage. Remind me again why we haven't done that?
Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for Flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Isn't it time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today.